After watching Moana a few times, it's likely that the film's songs are stuck in your head. But there's probably a few other thoughts on the film floating around too. Well, some people have analyzed these thoughts on the movie, and that's led to multiple fan theories about characters, relations, and connections to other Disney animations. Check out some of these crazy fan theories and determine whether or not you agree. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join the notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Also, can you guess which movie is represented by these emoji? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
Stop it. That is not a heart. It is a curse.
Maui's dark origins. Maui is one of the more upbeat characters in Moana, delivering some great one-liners, singing the hit "You're Welcome," and spreading his magic around with his special hook. Despite plastering a big smile on his face, there is a theory that the origins of Maui are darker than you can imagine. In Moana, Maui is a demigod, but he talks about how both of his parents are actually human. If this is the case, then his formation into a demigod could be a troubling one. The only detail we get about his transformation into a demigod is that he was tossed into the ocean by his parents. This means Maui actually had to die to receive his divine status and get resurrected as a demigod we see in the film. The sad truth is Maui was actually drowned by his parents, who thought he was too ugly or unfit to be their child. This is a pretty dark path for Disney to go down, so this is probably why they kept those details to a minimum. Through it all, Maui manages to rise above the decision that his parents made and used all of his powers to help the island people and surrounding community.
Little Maui's having trouble with his luck.
Tamatoa used to be a pirate. A lot of the Moana film focuses on resurrection and a person's ability to move on in the afterlife as a different type of animal or creature. While the focus is really placed on Moana's grandmother, there may be other film characters who have also gone through the resurrection journey. One of them is the giant crab named Tamatoa. Multiple theories have pointed to Tamatoa as living the life of a pirate in his former life. There is actually a lot of evidence to support this in just the brief scenes the creature was in during the movie. One of the more obvious clues is Tamatoa's obsession with collecting gold and treasure. This is a classic pirate trait and one that he's really taken on. In the song Shiny, there are multiple lyrics referring to pirates seeking treasure and cleaning the deck of a ship. The facial markings on Tamatoa are pretty specific to tiki human designs and pirates found at the time. He also knows a lot about human life, including Maui's past and island life. Further details were revealed in the Art of Moana book, showcasing how Tamatoa was originally supposed to be drawn as a human as opposed to a crab.
Te Fiti, the guy who cursed the world.
Moana was protected the whole time. Once Moana ventures out into the ocean, she encounters all kinds of dangers, including Mother Nature, a group of rabid coconut creatures, and a giant crab who wants to eat humans. Although all of these scenes are thrilling, some Moana fans point out that she may have never been in danger at all. The reason? Moana wears the Heart of Te Fiti. The necklace plays a huge role in the film, and Moana discovered the small pendant when she was just a small child. We all know the magical pendant has powers, but the film never exactly made clear exactly what they were. One sign pointing to the protection of Moana is that the grandmother's character had the Heart of Te Fiti in her possession during the first parts of the film. When she gives the heart to Moana, it isn't long before she passes away and is no longer protected by it. So not only did Moana have a demigod by her side, but the Heart of Te Fiti truly protected her along the way. Along with those, her grandmother added extra protection in the form of a stingray. Not a bad deal for a young girl embarking on her first ocean adventure.
Boat, sail across the sea and put it back!
Maui is related to Moana. Disney's Moana works as a great adventure story and a true coming-of-age tale because it doesn't focus on her falling in love with a prince or finding someone to spend the rest of her days with. Her relationship and bond with Maui is a pure friendship, and no couples are forced on us in the film. If you enjoy the friendly bond between Moana and Maui, then you may be surprised to learn about a theory which states they are actually related. As a demigod, Maui never ages, meaning he's been around for multiple generations. With no mention of Moana's grandfather, some have speculated that Maui could have been in a previous relationship with her grandmother. The one thing adding a lot of fuel to this theory is the similar looks between Maui and the chief. Both the characters' body shapes and sizes are similar, along with some of their facial features. Maui could be the chief's father. Maui could be the chief's father or a long-distant relative that makes the demigod related to Moana in some way or form. It would be interesting to see if the idea of this is explored in any future sequels or short films based on the Moana story. Moana and Lilo are related. Thanks to online guides like the Pixar Theory and hidden Easter eggs within animated films, fans are always looking for ways to connect Disney movies together. Because of the tropical settings and Polynesian culture, it was only natural for people to compare Lilo and Stitch with Moana. Moana even features a small nod to Lilo and Stitch when the titular character uses a leaf to shade a baby sea turtle, much like Stitch does during the closing credits of the previous film. Not only are the stories compared, but people have a theory stating Lilo is a descendant of Moana. There are a few key pieces of evidence to back this up. At the end of Moana, she sets out to explore new islands. With the help of Maui, it seems evident the Hawaiian Islands are one of these locations. It would make sense Moana could settle down for a bit on one of these islands and begin a family, which eventually leads to Lilo's family. If you look closely on David's necklace, the shape of the design matches the hook Maui uses. This could have been a family symbol passed down for multiple years. A number of fan art creations have also featured all the characters together.
I've been staring at the edge of the wall.
Moana's status as a Disney princess. The official group of Disney princesses is an elite club. Being a female lead in an animated movie isn't enough to make it into the group. Even popular characters like Elsa and Anna aren't considered official Disney princesses. Many fans have developed a theory stating Moana should get to join the group as an official member. The typical criteria for joining includes being born royal, marrying royal, or performing a big act of heroism. Moana covers 2 of those entries, as she's the daughter of the tribal chief and helps save her whole island from a giant lava monster. You need to be animated and have an animal sidekick. Check and check for Moana. Her movie was also a huge success at the box office and on home video. There's really no reason Disney hasn't included her to the official list. Merida and Rapunzel are the only CG Disney princesses, and Moana can easily fit in with the others. Many fans hope she can get added to the ranks of other recent Disney princesses like Mulan. With the fan base growing, the character should not be left out of the official club like Nala, Megara, and Jane. Moana's Wonder Woman inspiration. The Wonder Woman movie may have come out after Moana, but the character has been a part of the DC Comics lore for several decades now. On paper, the DC Comics hero may have nothing in common with Moana. When you break things down a bit, you can see the similarities between the 2 characters. Some fan theories have even called Moana a Disney version of Wonder Woman. By breaking down the films, each story has very similar aspects and character growth. Both characters were born on an isolated island, which kept them from exploring the real world. In Moana, her grandmother teaches her valuable lessons before dying. In Wonder Woman, Diana's aunt teaches her life lessons before she passes away. Both teach the men they journey with valuable lessons and make their lives better in the long run. A funny Twitter feed even showcases a number of Wonder Woman scenes which matched up with the song lyrics for How Far I'll Go in Moana. If Wonder Woman was a musical, then the song would have fit in perfectly with a number of island scenes. Maybe Maui's hook was transformed into Wonder Woman's powerful shield featured in the comics and film.
It's okay. You're all right.
A Little Mermaid connection. Lin-Manuel Miranda was one of the songwriters on Moana, and it was a dream job for the Broadway star. As a child, he loved The Little Mermaid, and Moana's story was close in theme and setting to the classic Disney animation. Along with Miranda's love for the film, there are theories that connect the 2 worlds and the ocean involved in them. During the 2D animated scene with Maui and Moana, there's a part where a group of fish swim past the screen. One of these fish is Flounder. Flounder is not the only inspiration for the movie. The crab known as Tamatoa was designed and basically based off an evil version of Sebastian. During the song Shiny, the crab talks about eating humans and other things. A theory speculates that an evil Sebastian finally got sick of being a servant to the mermaids and other creatures with human form. If The Little Mermaid was turned into a horror film, then Tamatoa could draw way more scares than Ursula ever did. The timelines don't match up, but Tamatoa could be some type of ancestor to Sebastian. The inspiration is clearly there, and it's hard not to watch Moana without thinking of the Disney classic.
Sometimes our strengths lie beneath the surface.
What happened to the pig? During preview clips, promotional materials, and early trailers for Moana, it appeared as if Moana and Maui weren't the only ones going on the incredible ocean journey. Also along for the ride was Moana's small pet pig, Pau. Oddly, less than halfway through the movie, Moana ventures out on her ocean adventure and leaves the pig behind. It was actually a distraction for many viewers when the pig wasn't there, and it caused a lot of theories as to why he was left behind. One of the more popular theories involves the idea that Pau doesn't even exist. Another theory states the pig did exist and died before Moana could venture out on her trip. Hopefully, the loss of fresh vegetables on the island didn't lead to the pig becoming the next dinner. The theory that actually makes the most sense is the pig being a metaphor for Moana seeking her parents' approval. When she's trying to please her parents, the pig is by her side. He's even by her side during the first disastrous boat trip. When Moana finally gives up the urge to please her parents, the pig disappears, and Moana goes on her way. The next time you watch the movie, you can decide what actually happened to the pig.
Let her come to me.
Lord of the Rings and Moana are the same. The hero's journey has been a plot device used in films for a long time. It often involves an unlikely hero going on a mission and saving the day. The journey for Moana can be compared to several different films, but nothing quite like the comparisons made between Lord of the Rings and Moana. More specifically, Moana's journey has been directly compared to Frodo's journey through the trilogy of films. The story of both films starts off when the main characters receive a mysterious and powerful token. For Frodo, it's the ring, and for Moana, it's the Heart of Te Fiti. They each receive the tokens from an older mentor who starts them on a journey to save their isolated homelands. Along the way, each character meets a powerful being in the form of Gandalf and Maui. The journey takes them across several different lands and eventually leads them to a huge climactic battle involving a massive volcano. There are a bunch of small details along the way making each story unique, but the hero's journey and outcome is both the same. Moana didn't copy Lord of the Rings in any way, but it is a lot easier to watch Moana instead of 3 long movies. Plus, you can enjoy some great songs while you're at it. And there you have it. What theory do you think is the most true? Are there any we missed? What's your favorite part of Moana? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. And the answer to the emoji quiz is... did you get it right?